Hello, students. Myself, Dr. Rupali Gupta. I'm an assistant professor of chemistry from Mahila College, Ara. Today, I'm here to discuss a very essential topic of organic chemistry, which forms the basis of organic chemistry, that is, the electronic effects. So, let's start with this. Here, I'd like to give a brief introduction about the electronic effect. What is actually electronic effect? To understand the properties of organic molecules such as acidity, basicity, their stability, to understand the reaction mechanism, it is very much important that we study about the electronic effects which are operating within a molecule. Now, how does this electronic effects become so important? Actually, the electronic effects results in the generation of high and low electron density centers in the molecule, which is then attacked by the attacking reagent. So in this way electronic effects they decide the fate of the chemical reaction. This can be explained as in most of the organic reactions the reagents they either undergo heterolysis to give rise to electrophiles or nucleophiles, or they undergo homolysis to give rise to free radicals. These terms, the heterolysis, electrophiles, nucleophiles, homolysis, free radicals, they will be discussed in further upcoming videos. So electrophiles are electron deficient species. They search for electron rich site in the organic moiety. Whereas the nucleophiles they are electron rich species and they search for electron deficient site in the organic moiety. This can be explained with the help of figure. Here in this figure, in this diagram, we can see that the organic moiety, the organic substrate has electron deficient site as well as the electron rich site. These sites are actually created by the help of by these are induced or these are developed in the organic moiety by the electronic effects. Now, depending upon these sites, electron deficient sites are attacked by electron rich nucleophiles and the electron rich sites are attacked by electron deficient electrophiles. So, the electronic effects basically govern the reactivity, overall reactivity of the organic molecule. So, how can we define electronic effect? The electronic effects are the effects originating or which are already present in an organic molecule, because of which the reactivity at one part of a molecule is affected by the electron attraction or repulsion which is originating in the other part of molecule. Basically, there are four types of electronic effects: inductive effect, electromeric effect, mesomeric effect, or hyperconjugation effect. Out of all these four electronic effects, electromeric effect is a temporary effect, temporary in the sense that it takes place in the presence of an attacking reagent, whereas the rest of the three are permanent effect. They are always exhibited by the organic moiety. Now, first of all, we will discuss inductive effect. So, what is actually inductive effect? Ideally, whenever a covalent bond is formed between the two atoms, it is formed by sharing of electron pairs between two atoms. And as long as the two atoms are same, the electron pairs are equally shared between these two atoms. But as soon as the electronegativity difference develop between these two atoms, then the electron pair is not equally shared between the two atoms, which that is, if one of the atom becomes more electronegative, then it will attract the shared pair of electron towards itself, and as a result it will develop a partial fractional negative charge, whereas the other atom will develop a partial positive charge because the electron pair has moved away from that atom. So now this fractional or partial negative charge is represented by delta negative, and the fractional or partial positive charge is represented by delta plus. Delta here signifies that the magnitude of the charge is very less. This can be explained by a very classic example of carbon halogen bond. In carbon halogen bond, it is a polar bond. There is an electronegativity difference. The halogen atoms, which are more electronegative than the carbon atom, They attract that shared pair of electrons towards themselves, developing a partial negative charge. As in turn, a partial positive charge develops at the carbon atom. The magnitude or value of the fractional part positive or negative charge increase with the increase in the electronegativity of the halogen atom. For halogens, the order is fluorine is greater than chlorine is greater than bromine, which is greater than iodine. Now, let us consider the case of chlorobutane to understand this. Chlorobutane has four carbon atoms C1, C2, C3, and C4. The carbon number 1 is linked to chlorine. So, here chlorine being electronegative, it then carbon it will attract the shared pair of electron towards itself, developing a partial negative charge. And since the electrons move away from C1, so carbon 1 will develop partial positive charge. Now C1 becomes carbon 1 has now become electron deficient. To minimize its electron deficiency, it will attract the shared pair of electron between carbon 1 and carbon 2 towards itself, as a result of which carbon 2 will develop partial positive dash charge. And this chain moves on so on. So the C2 will carbon 2 will acquire a lesser positive charge as that on C1. C3 will similarly acquire even much lesser positive charge than C2 and so on. Thus, a polarity is slowly induced throughout the carbon chain. However, the effect is very less beyond 3 or 4 carbon. In other words, we can say that the effect diminishes as we move away in the carbon chain relative to the position of the functional group. Now, how can we define inductive effect? The phenomena of donating or withdrawing the electron density arising due to the electronegativity difference in a covalent bond through a chain of carbon atoms linked by sigma bond is called inductive effect. Now, based on this ability, that is electron donating or electron withdrawing, the substituents are actually classified into these two groups, and the inductive effect is classified into two categories based on the nature of the substituents attached. These two categories are minus I effect and plus I effect. So we will discuss both of them one by one. First of all, what is minus I effect? There are certain atoms or functional groups which are more electronegative than carbon atom. So they will attract the shared pair of electron towards themselves and develop a slight negative charge on them. As a result of which a partial positive charge develops on the carbon atom. So this effect is known as minus I effect. Certain functional groups which show minus I effect are nitro, cyano, carboxy, ester, aryloxy. Now, moving on to plus I effect, there are certain atoms or functional groups which are more electropositive than carbon atom. They develop slight positive charge on them and they push the electrons of the carbon chain away from themselves. This effect is called plus I effect. These are actually electron donating. This effect is caused by the electron donating group. So basically methyl, ethyl, alkyl groups are electron donating groups. Now we will study about the important characteristics of inductive effect. Inductive effect is a permanent effect. Permanent effect, what does it mean? It means that inductive effect is always operational in an organic molecule. As long as the electronegativity difference is there between the two atoms, inductive effect remains there. Inductive effect operates through a sigma bond. That means it is operational only when between two atoms which are joined by single bond sigma bond. The magnitude of the inductive effect goes on decreasing with the increase in distance from the atom or the functional group which is responsible for this effect. After third or fourth atom, the inductive effect becomes almost negligible. The order increasing order of minus I effect of certain groups is given here, and the increasing plus I effect of certain groups is given also given here. Now, what are the applications of inductive effect? Inductive effect is very much helpful in explaining the stability of the reaction intermediates, which we will study one by one. First of all, the stability of carbocations are very much explained by the inductive effect. Carbocations are reaction intermediate species which contain positive charge, that is, they are electron deficient species. So, the stability of these carbocations increases as the number of alkyl groups increases. Why this happens? The alkyl groups are actually electron donating group. They show plus I effect. So more is the number of alkyl groups attached on the carbocation, it will diminish the deficiency of electron on the carbocation, thereby increasing its stability. So here we can see that tertiary carbocation is most stable than secondary carbocation, which is more stable than primary, which is more stable than methyl carbocation. Now, inductive effect also explains the stability of free radical. The stability free radicals are also reaction intermediate species which are electron deficient. The stability of free radical increases with the increase in number of alkyl group because of their plus I effect. So tertiary free radical is more stable than secondary free radical, which is in more stable than mm, primary free radical, and the which is more stable than methyl free radical. Carbanions. Stability of carbanions. Inductive effect also explains the stability of carbanions. Carbanions are also reaction intermediate species, but they contain negative charge on the carbon atom. Since they contain negative charge on the carbon atom, so they are electron rich species. The stability of the carbanion decreases with the increase in number of alkyl groups, because alkyl groups are electron donating group, and by donating the electron they will destabilize the carbanion by increasing the electron density. So here we can see that methyl carbonide, the order of stability is opposite to that of carbocation and free radical. Here we can see that the methyl free radical, which does not contain any alkyl group, is most stable. Then it is most stable, and then after the less stable than methyl carbanion is primary carbanion, which contains one alkyl group, and then much more lesser stable than primary carbanion is secondary carbanion, which has two alkyl groups, and the least stable is tertiary carbanion, which has three alkyl group. Because it has three alkyl group, so they donate more electron and increase its electron density, and thereby destabilizes it. Inductive effect also explains the acidic strength of the carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid, they are acid because they have tendency to remove their H plus ion there, and they form carboxylate ion. So any species which stabilizes this carboxylate ion will increase the acidity of the carboxylic acid. So any electron withdrawing group will decrease the negative charge on the carboxylate ion, and hence it will stabilize it. Whereas any electron donating group will increase the electron density on this carboxylate ion and hence destabilize it. So here we can see the acidity order of acetic acid, fluoroacetic acid, difluoroacetic acid, and trifluoroacetic acid. Having three fluorine atoms attached, the trifluoroacetic acid is most acidic because the three fluorine atom being electronegative, they withdraw the electron from the carboxylate and thereby stabilizing it. Then the less stable than trifluoroacetic acid is difluoroacetic acid, and less stable than this is fluoroacetic acid, and the least stable in this order is acetic acid. Now we will explain the basic strength of amines by the help of inductive effect. Now, what actually are bases? Bases can be defined as those substances which have tendency to donate the lone pair of electrons. Now, how can we explain the basic strength of amines? Amines have lone pair of electrons. So, if there any electron donating group is attached to these amines, they will increase the electron density and thereby increase their basic strength. Whereas if any electron withdrawing group is attached to the amines, they will withdraw the electrons from the amines, thereby decreasing their basic strength. So here we can see the order that methylamine is more basic than ammonia, which is more basic than aniline, because the alkyl group in methylamine is electron donating. Ammonia does not have any group, whereas in aniline, the C6H5, the phenyl group, is actually electron withdrawing. So, the order is explained as methylamine more basic than ammonia, which is more basic than aniline. Now we will move towards electromeric effect, the second electronic effect. Electromeric effect can be defined as the complete transfer of shared pair of pi electron of a multiple bond to one atoms in the presence of an attacking reagent. Now we will discuss the important features of electromeric effect. The most important feature is that electromeric effect is a temporary effect. Organic compound which shows the electromeric effect should have a multiple bond, that is a double or a triple bond, and this effect takes place in the presence of an attacking reagent. Since this effect involves the complete transference of electron, it leads to the development of full positive charge and negative charge within the molecule. Electromeric effect finish as soon as the attacking reagent is removed from the reaction media. It is represented by E, and the shifting of electron is shown by curved arrow. This effect takes place in the direction of more electronegative element. Electromeric effect is classified into two categories: the plus positive electromeric effect and the minus E effect or the negative electromeric effect. The positive electromeric effect: in this effect, the pi electrons of the multiple bond are transferred to that atom to which the attacking reagent gets attached. For example, we can see here in the carbon carbon double bond, the pi electrons move towards the carbon atom, giving it a negative charge, and this carbon develops a positive charge. The attacking reagent, which is proton, it gets attached to the carbon atom where the pi electrons are transferred. Now, negative electromeric effect is the minus E effect. In the minus E effect, the pi electrons of the multiple bond are transferred to that atom to which the attacking reagent does not get attached. For example, here we can see in the carbon-carbon double bond, the pi electron move to this carbon atom giving negative charge, and the attacking reagent is cyanide ion. The cyanide ion gets attached to the other carbon. It does not get attached to the same carbon to which the pi electrons are being transferred. So here we can see the cyanide ion gets attached to this carbon, and this carbon is getting the pi electrons. So, in the negative electromeric effect, the pi electrons are transferred to that atom to which the attacking reagent does not get attached. So, here this was inductive effect, all everything about inductive effect and electromeric effect. The other two remaining electronic effects, resonance and hyperconjugation, will be explained in our next video. Thank you very much. These are the references from which I have prepared these slides.